welcome back to Anime Club on SourceFedNERD, where we watch the first episodes of an anime series and give you our first impressions and such. I'm Reina Scully.
And I'm William Haynes.
And this week we watched Say I Love You, a super angsty love drama.
I'll say it. I'll say it if I want to. See, I'll say it whenever I want. I'll say I love you the day that I want to do it, and I'll say it right immediately.
So you don't have to have a girl say I love you.
No.
You know, you take initiative.
Yeah, I've said I love you to a few women, and I never got permission. I never waited around. I said, you know what? I love you. Bam. None of them has said it back. But you know.
This anime follows the story of Mei Tachibana, a rather normal high school girl.
I wouldn't say normal.
Okay, well, she's not abnormal.
Bland, you could say.
She's bland. She doesn't, she's socially awkward, I think, is really what it is.
Yeah. She doesn't know how to react to things.
Yeah, so she kind of wants to be quiet. She doesn't want to interact with many people, so she made, like, a conscious decision to be the shy girl and not really, like, you know, have friends and such. Like, she really, really stays away from social situations. And in the first couple episodes, you kind of can tell that she was a little bit traumatized when she was younger, like, with the rabbit cage and such. Like,
Yeah, can we talk about the first part? The first thing said in the show was, the first line was like, our pet rabbit died.
Yeah.
And then they never went back to it. They never explained. Well, they explained a little bit, but like.
Yeah. What that scene is supposed to depict is there was a classroom pet in her elementary school, and it died. And she had friends and whatnot, but her friends, like, it was their fault that it died, but they decided to blame her, and that's why she was all like, wow, people suck.
That's why I don't have friends.
I don't have friends either.
Me either. I hate them all.
We're not even friends.
Hate you.
Just kidding.
I know.
I'm just kidding. Stop touching me. Mei Tachibana is a little bit awkward and weird, but actually I like her. You know, she kind of has like a I don't give attitude, and it's cool. And she has a really strong sense of self, though. Her family life is super normal. Well, okay, I think
do they not know?
No, her father passed away, so it's just like a single mom, single daughter house situation.
In an apartment.
Yeah, but there's like nothing wrong with her, right? Like
she goes to work and does normal workman jobs.
She just doesn't have friends, and it's on purpose. That's the only weird thing about her. Then in comes Kurosawa Yamato, who is like, I don't know, I guess he's like the sex bomb of this school.
Sex bomb.
Yeah, I'm not into his hair.
Some might say I'm the sex bomb of this area. Of the working building.
Yamato is like the most popular, most handsome, kindest, most ethically sound. I don't know. He's perfect.
See, I thought at first I was like, oh, he seems to be a pretty chill dude who cares about people at first. Until they pointed out that apparently he's kissed every girl in the school. What a freaking worm!
Yeah,
what a freaking
player.
What a dirtbag McGee!
Right.
There's probably like 300 girls in this class. Like
he met out with all of them.
This dude's supposed to be in high school, and he's gonna beat my life record in probably one semester.
I think it's a lot of people's life record.
Yeah, everyone's life record put together.
I think that was just a rumor. I think it's one of those, I heard he kisses everybody, or like I heard he's a player. But I don't think he actually is, because the trajectory of the story wouldn't make any sense. Okay, let's set this up, okay? They obviously know each other because they're in the same school, but their first encounter is in the stairwell, where Yamato's friend is like a little bit of a perp, so he like lifts up her skirt, and
which is never okay.
It's never okay.
Even as a jokesies, don't do it. That is not a good hashtag joke. Don't do it.
Hashtag joke. So the first encounter that Yamato and Mei have is because of his like mildly perverted friend, very perverted, I guess. He lifts up her skirt on the stairwell because I guess he wants to see her butt in her underwear, and Mei roundhouse kicks him, but instead of kicking his friend, she ends up kicking Yamato, and it was like love at first sight or love at first kick.
Man, if a girl ever roundhouse kicked me and threw me down the stairs, boy, I'd chase after her for the rest of my life. I'd be like, honey, boo-boo, dang, I need it.
He immediately falls in love with her, and it's kind of like his struggle to get her to love him back.
I think I just understood it literally just right now as you were talking. The reason why he likes her is because all the other girls are throwing him the kitty like he's a veterinarian, except for one. And so if you were getting all the girls except for one, you'd be like, why doesn't she like me?
Exactly.
Why doesn't she accept my veterinarian services? And that's why he's calling her up like, hey, let's go to karaoke, which I think is the coolest thing about Japan, in my opinion. Like, yeah, Naruto is awesome. But the fact that they have rooms made for karaoke where you can go and order food and sit in there, which they did a couple times in the show, I think that's great.
They have it in Koreatown.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
We gotta go.
We gotta go. I don't actually agree that that's the only reason why Yamato likes Mei. I think he actually loves her. I think that's... I mean, okay, fine. For the sake of the story, he actually loves her, and he's not a player.
He just crushes a lot.
Yeah, they're the OTPs of all OTPs of all OTPs, basically. You don't think so?
I mean, nah.
In the first few episodes, there's a really interesting thing that happens where Mei is kind of being stalked by this guy from like a convenience store or whatever. She really has no idea who he is.
And he's wearing a business suit, too. That's how
Yeah.
you know he's serious about this stalking business. That's what his business is.
Stalking.
Stalking.
He gets paid to do that.
But what I really enjoyed, though, I don't know if you noticed it, was the convenience store she went into was a 7-Eleven.
Yeah. There are 7-Elevens in Japan. It's
Really?
I think, yeah.
There's like only two things 7-Eleven is good for. It's for like not getting molested and really bad snack foods.
No, not in Japan. 7-Eleven in Japan is phenomenal.
Is it? Are
They
you
have-
sure?
Yes. They have hot food, cold food, bentos. They have ramen. They have, I don't know, like hentai magazines.
They're fine with that.
In my opinion, Yamato is a little too perfect, but I don't know. I mean, the allure is still definitely there. I'm definitely in love with him and intrigued.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, he's awesome. He's kind, he's gentle, he loves cats. That's amazing.
Us dudes know what kind of game you're trying to play here. I know how you're trying to get in the kitty through the kitty. Don't do that.
So
Don't
clever.
do that.
No, he's not. He genuinely loves cats and he loves her.
I think, though,
Stop ruining it!
I'm sorry. My favorite scene is probably at the end of episode 2, I think it was, when like she like freaking stalks him to the karaoke place because
Yeah.
it's the coolest place on the market. And then I don't know, she says, "Did you kiss me because you kiss everybody?" And then he starts kissing her and he just doesn't stop. And he like does all these kinds of kisses and it was so hard to watch. And then she was like, no. But then she was like, yeah. And I'm like, make up your mind. This is why life is so confusing because of things like this. And but then she said, that kiss tasted like fried chicken. No, I mean, that's the food that he just ate.
Right.
It wasn't him.
Yeah.
I would have been really offended. I would have been like, oh, you should, I mean, do I need to go get some Listerine? It made me very uncomfortable.
No, it's supposed to kind of be, it's supposed to be sweeter than that. It sounds really straight up in English, but in Japanese it's kind of like, that's how I'm gonna forever remember this kiss. Like it tasted like this.
Ew.
I guess it is kind of
Ew,
gross when you think about
You
it.
tasted secondhand food.
Yeah, I guess it's kind of nasty. I can't really make that nice.
Nope.
My favorite scene is actually in a little bit of a future episode. I think it's in episode 8, actually, where Megutan already exists and all this crazy stuff happens. And she breaks the bracelet and they both pick it up together and he... Spoilers, he cries, and I don't really like it when dudes cry generally, but I really liked it when he cried.
Really?
I really enjoyed it. I thought it really humanized
dude
him.
is playing the game right. I gotta
know.
give it to him.
And that's about all we have for you this week on Say I Love You. And next week, we're going to be checking out No Game, No Life, which is a new anime series. It's really exciting. There's a bunch of crazy things
I'm
that happen.
excited for this one.
Lots
There's a
video
lot of
games.
magenta in it from what I've seen.
Magenta. What the fuck is that?
It's a color.
All right. If you want to check out No Game, No Life with us, head on over to crunchyroll.com/sfnerd to get your free premium membership trial. Take a video of yourself, upload it onto YouTube with the hashtag NoGame. And then remember to come back next week to join us like these awesome friends.
From the very, before I even started watching it, I was like, no, I'm not gonna like this. And I was so wrong. I loved it. Mei is not wrong. People can be horrible. And it sort of shows you that, yes, they can be horrible, but there's also the important lesson that not everyone is horrible.
People can relate to Mei because she's kind of this girl who's kind of off to the side and she feels alone most of the time. She says she doesn't really have much friends and people around her are kind of just judging her without really getting to know her. Throughout the storyline, she starts to gain more friends through Yamato. I would actually recommend this anime simply because it's not a very long anime. It's one of those animes where it's a very sweet story.
You're seeing Mei grow, you see her get friends, and you see her getting happy. And because it's a new relationship, she doesn't really know how to handle things, and so you kind of see how she deals with dramatic situations. I would definitely recommend this anime to a first-time female anime watcher, I think this is right up their alley. It's got the perfect amount of drama and romance.
The anime is just their love story. The ups and downs of, you know, being adolescent and being in love. And as someone who identifies with May in the awkwardness, you know, I totally, you know, spent the entire time rooting for her.
Hey, Reina.
Hi, Will.
Just say you love me.
But I've just met you.
Just say it. Say you love me.
But I can't.
Look here,
We've just
there's
met.
a lot of things going on in this world. There's a lot of things going on. Say you love me.
I love you.
I thought so.